Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Since Day One. Before we get into this video today about Nle Choppa as well as Skai Jackson and last but not least Young Blasian, go ahead and like the video, comment down below, and if you are new, smash that subscribe button to take flight with us.
Fake love, I don't need it, you can keep it, that's a fact. I had to make up my mind. I took that weight on my shoulder. I done been down for.
So I know by now a lot of y'all already out there didn't heard about Skai Jackson and Beyonce's nephew, so I really don't even got to get into that. But what I do want to talk to y'all about today is how Skai Jackson has already set her sights on Nle Choppa. Now, I'm not sure if Nle Choppa made the first move or Skai Jackson made the first move, y'all. But a few weeks ago, Skai Jackson was on her Twitter, you guys, answering questions from supporters, and someone had asked Skai Jackson, if you ever see this, I wanted to ask if you single because I fell in love with you. This was hard to say. And Skai responded and said, LMAO, yes, I'm single for right now. What it was for me, y'all, was when Nle Choppa had commented, up under Skai Jackson's post when she answered that question. And not too long after that, y'all, Nle Choppa was caught on his Instagram live talking about Skai Jackson and basically telling people that they don't need to be talking about his boo.
I'm talking about my little boo for the world to see it. They like Skai Jackson. I'm talking about my little boo for like Skai Jackson. I'm talking about my little boo for.
And then Nle, y'all, retweeted a photo of Skai Jackson and said melanin with the heart eyes. Another fan and supporter had asked Skai what was her favorite song at this moment, and Skai retweeted it and said Camelot by Nle Choppa. He's too hard. Nle Choppa came back and commented under Skai's post and said love with a purple heart. It seems like Skai Jackson is a pretty messy person. Just hearing all the stuff that came out that happened in between her and Beyonce's nephew, and then like being able to witness Skai Jackson basically putting herself into drama by trying to make Nle Choppa's ex-girlfriend Young Blasian jealous was really what convinced me, y'all. Well, if y'all over there wondering what Young Blasian got to do with Skai Jackson and Nle Choppa, well, that's what I'm here to tell y'all, is what Skai Jackson had did to Young Blasian to even make this girl go live, to even have something to say to Skai Jackson, because at this point, girl, why is you even... Let me just go ahead and tell y'all. So apparently, Young Blasian is close friends with Skai Jackson on Instagram. And apparently, Skai Jackson was dropping little hints here and there about her and Nle Choppa talking. And every time that Blasian seen it, she would delete it. So y'all, Young Blasian be minding her own business. She don't be bothering nobody. She don't be getting into no type of Instagram beef or none of that. And the last time I heard anything about Young Blasian was really when her and Nle Choppa had broke up. So this is what really made me think that Skai Jackson was messy, because it's like, why is you messing with this girl when she ain't gave you no reason to bother her at all? I'm convinced that the Disney Channel gave Skai Jackson too much attention, y'all, because it seemed like as soon as she turned 18, y'all, she was just ready at the pop-up. Like she just couldn't wait to get into some grown folks' business. Well, no worries, y'all, because Young Blasian had came and gathered Skai Jackson up real quick and let her know a thing or two about being bothered about her talking to Nle Choppa.
And you already insecure off top, off rip. Like, for everybody who don't know, I came up off the the last time I heard her talk to the is when I dropped his stuff off in LA and cut. And me as my witness, right hand of God, I ain't never had to lie about nothing. So for you to sit up here and post in your close friends like, oh, he fell asleep watching a movie with me and this and that, you're a bum and you're lame. And then every time I see it, you delete it. Like, you trying so hard to prove a point to somebody who don't care. I do not care. And it's never been about the... always about my respect. Anytime I felt some type of way or confronted anybody about anything, it's always behind my respect, because you're not going to sit up here and play in my and you already insecure. That's what you're not finna do. I don't bother nobody. I don't say nothing to nobody. I don't check for nobody. Yes, you do. I be minding me and mine. You feel me? So I should not be brought up in nobody's conversation. Nobody should be throwing blims at me, posts at me, trying to jab and pick at me for me to say anything. And that's that. That's all I had to say. I was really gonna come on here and extort the whole situation, but I'ma keep it cute, short, and sweet for now. Okay? And that's just what I have to say. Like, that's it.
Well, y'all, I don't want to get to lying and saying that Skai Jackson responded to Young Blasian because I really didn't see no response from her. However, Nle Choppa responded, and this is what he had to say. One thing about me, nobody ever left me. I'm the one that's gonna hit the road, Jack. Young Blasian got on her Twitter, you guys, and responded to what Nle Choppa had to say about her live on Instagram and told him, you DM'd all my friends trying to get them to pull up to get back at me. We not gonna get into that though. I'm gonna let you have this, love. Young Blasian directed one more message at Nle Choppa and said, you are a liar, LOL, but I'm gonna let you have this. Nle Choppa had to be the reason why Skai Jackson felt the need to even be picking with Young Blasian, y'all. Because just 24 weeks ago, Skai Jackson was commenting under Young Blasian's photo talking about so pretty. And then commented under another photo with heart eyes just 4 weeks ago. So y'all, that's my only reason in behind why I said what I said, because I mean, any other time Skai Jackson didn't have a problem with Young Blasian until Nle Choppa started showing her some love. Skai Jackson never responded to what Young Blasian had to say on her Instagram live. However, you guys, Skai Jackson did come back on her Twitter and got to asking her fans and supporters, what are some good Netflix movies I could watch tonight? And then she followed up with, I kept asking because the person I'm watching a movie with has seen all the ones y'all told me about. And then Nle Choppa had came back and commented under her post and said she sleep on the movie, basically confirming that they were together that night and possibly even stayed the night together, because the next morning Skai Jackson was talking about good morning with a purple heart.
So long, sleeping from sofa to sofa. Now I'ma step on these little bitty bitches in some brand new Gucci lows. Some Gucci walking. I got tired of eating Big Mama's chicken. Now it's business when I walk.